And it's touchier than it looks, Scooby. You can't get too low and behind the 8. You can't get too high to where you have a difficult shot. And I accidentally got straight in. What are you going to do? All you can do is cinch the 6 ball and try not to get on the rail. And now you're left with a 16-foot shot. It's 8 feet up and 8 feet back. And it's like the impossible dream, but a little top right and a real stroke here. You can get it done, and you can use the speed of a table like this against it. So. Who am I talking to? There's nobody in here. For once, it's quiet as a church in here. I think I said just go long and shoot the 6 on the side. But that's out because I hit the 9 trying to get back up table on the 6. But I just shoot it in the corner, no big deal. Alright, the 7 ball's on the top rail, so it's a little bit tricky because this table's so fast. Tried to hold it up, but it didn't quite work. Probably should have drove it back. Shot the 9 in the corner, but I was determined to shoot it in the side, and that's just a warm-up. We got more games here. Let's get on. Nothing teaches you to think differently than playing pool on ice. Yeah, but you don't have a choice. But as old guys, we tend to be very conservative with pool because we spend our whole lives doing something one way, and now all of a sudden it changes, and that disrupts our whole foundation here. We have to learn to accept that it doesn't matter what we feel, and we can whine all day. No one wants to grow up and sound like Earl Strickland 24/7, so you just have to, if you want to get out there and grind, you're going to have to learn how to adjust, no matter if you like it or not. It's just the way it is, and whining about it just is not helping the matter one bit. It makes it worse. I had a guy last night who apologized to me for not giving me a game, which told me he kind of knows how pool players think, but he doesn't really know how I think. And so we sat down at the bar, and I bought him a beer with his own money, and I felt the need to explain that I'm not playing him. I'm really playing the table, and if I'm not breaking and running out every time I come to the table, then to me, in my head, even if I win, I lost. It just doesn't feel good to play bad and to win. It really doesn't, because it's not about money to me. It's not about that at all. I'm playing the table, I'm playing myself, I'm testing myself, and I'm trying to do the best I can. And when I don't do that, it's no feeling of glory for me. Believe me, every time I see my opponent in that 2-second frame getting out of his chair and walking up to the table, I feel like I failed. And as completely unrealistic as that is, nobody breaks and runs out every time they come to the table. But that's just what I feel deep down in my soul. And it's not that I'm fooling myself and expecting that of myself, but that's what I want. And I do play safe. If I'm playing against a very tough opponent, I'll play safe a lot, and I can prove that to you. And this guy I was playing last night wasn't a terrible pool player. He was actually, his basics were fine. He just needs to put more work into his game, and he'll progress. I guarantee it. But it's important for him to know that his toughest opponent is himself, and that's what you have to beat in pool. And I think that's why we love pool so much, is because we are our greatest opponent. Once we accept that and live by that, it doesn't matter who we're playing. It really does not matter. And it's touchier than it looks, Scooby. You can't get too low behind the 8. You can't get too high to where you have a difficult shot. And I accidentally got straight in. What are you going to do here? All you can do is cinch the 6 ball and try not to get on the rail. And now you're left with a 16-foot shot. It's 8 feet up and 8 feet back. And it's like the impossible dream, but a little top right and a real stroke here. Get it done, and you can use the speed of a table like this against itself.